I am on a journey of self-discovery. Ooh! Hello. Welcome to The Weirdo. I'm Logan Michon. I've decided to wear pink and decided to live my full glam life. And I'm gonna be telling you why I never wore pink in the first place. And then also next week, I'll be doing a full haul of all the things I got for my pink journey, revamped wardrobe. Cheers. Okay, let's get started. Oh, if you want to follow me on Instagram and see like my daily updates, that's going to be The Weirdo 2. If you are returning, thank you so much for returning. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to subscribe, that'd be down below. Thank you so much. Or if you just want to like and comment, that would work as well. And if you are ever so inclined to share, I would greatly appreciate it. But let's just dive into it. Why I never wore pink. Number one, representation of Black women on television. There is already a lot of problems with that representation to begin with. I don't think I've ever seen a dark-skinned woman wear pink on television. The only people I've seen that are of color that wear pink on television are light-skinned people. They're usually like the white person equivalent in that show, and so they wear pink. And also, every single white blonde lady I've ever seen on television has been wearing pink. It's like their like claim color in representation. So as a person who was called an Oreo my entire life, I actively tried to reclaim my blackness. Veil of a protection. I would never ever associate myself with things that are considered to be close to whiteness, which, what does that even mean? All the time. So with white women wearing pink and dark-skinned women not wearing pink, it was like, not only was it for them, it was not for me. Even though I generally like the color pink. Like it might be one of my favorite colors, if not my favorite color. And I want to just say this for the people in the back, and I'm going to say it loud and proud. I am Black, so anything I do is Black by default. And I would never, ever, 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 for the rest of forever, try to change who I am to please someone else. Period. And I've been on this journey of doing that for a while, but now I'm just leaning it into the outside too. Also, I just want to say something that hasn't, maybe it's a little bit of a tangent. Femininity is associated so much with like white women, and sexuality is associated with Black women, and I don't understand how they're different, because like women give birth. I don't understand how they're different, and I don't like it. Cause like there's the mammy trope, there's the Jezebel trope, but there's never like, there hasn't been like wives, and I don't like that. Or if there are wives, they're like catty and throwing wine in people's face and like being overly like just rude and disrespectful, and I don't, it's just distasteful, and I hate that kind of representation, and I've decided that even if I don't see it on television, I can represent it myself. Number two, the attack of femininity. I grew up in the I'm not like other girls age of life. And we're calling it out now, which thank God. This idea that teenage girls are less than is super annoying. I read a lot of books in my teenage years, Twilight included. Read it. It's not great, but it's not as bad as people say it is. And you know what? Ready Player One is full trash. I read that book cover to cover. It is gross. It is so self-congratulatory. It's so bad. But like, for some reason I was okay with carrying that book around, but I read Twilight in private because I don't want to be associated with like being dumb. I want to bring up the Smart Girls Twilight right now. Hunger Games. And I only believe that it's called the Smart Girls Twilight for two reasons. First of all, because Katniss takes on a lot of masculine roles in society by saving a lot of damsels in distress. Her sister and Peeta, come on, they're both damsels in distress. And also because it takes place in wartime, which wartime or in like soldiery and all that battle stuff is considered to be very masculine. And that's the only reason why it's like a Smart Girls Twilight. It still has, there's so many similarities between Hunger Games and Twilight. in like narrative points. They both have like the family that is repressive or like regime that is repressive. They both have like love triangles. They're not the same books, but they're not different books. And this idea that it's like the smart girl's Twilight is literally just because she is a masculine seeming woman. Why is that a thing? Like, why can't you be pretty and smart? That's super stupid and actively untrue. Most people who are pretty tend to be smarter because there's a weird lean for teachers to be nicer to pretty kids, which is messed up, but also just like, why is that such a trope? You can't be feminine and smart at the same time. Like, to the point where witches were only witches because they were too smart and too pretty at the same time and they killed them. Why is that a thing? I think the main attack on femininity that we need to address as a whole is the femininity attack within the feminist movement. I hate it, 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 I hate it so much. Okay, another thing I want to say right now, just to make this a complete, clear statement. I don't like that the feminist movement decided to take on masculine roles to prove their value instead of just actively trying to give value to roles that are already our roles. It kind of gives this connotation to about us that we don't value feminine roles in society as well. Like being a mom, being a teacher, being a nurse. Like, yes, women can be doctors. Yes, women can be breadwinners. Yes, women can be professors and teach higher levels instead of just teaching kindergarten. But the idea that we needed to do those things kind of says that we didn't value it too. And I don't think that's the point. I think the point is that you should be able to make your choice and do what you want to do, and that you shouldn't have any judgment because of it. If you are a woman who makes snide comments at a person who decides to be a stay-at-home mom, you're a part of the problem. You are a misogynist. You also hate women. If you're a woman who makes snide comments at someone who's dressed nice because you feel insecure about the way you look, you are a part of the problem. You're a misogynist. You hate women too. If you have ever looked your nose down at someone who actively chooses to benefit off of their good looks, you are part of the problem. You are a misogynist. You hate women too. I think part of my cosplay phase was about me expressing my femininity and expressing my sexuality in a way that I never felt comfortable before, because it's not like I'm being me, I'm being someone else, but I was actively being me. All of my panels, all of the time I was dressing, all the time I was doing anything with cosplay was because I was a POC cosplayer who actively was trying to give a voice to women, Black women especially, about like wearing makeup, how to make your wigs look great, how to feel really pretty and confident within your cosplay, because we all actively got a lot of hate because you can't wear that, that's not a Black character, or she doesn't look like that, or why are you here in the first place if you're Black and nerdy? And so that was something I was fighting against, and it gave me this confidence and this voice to wear dresses in the way that I never thought to wear dresses before, to wear makeup, to wear wigs if I wanted to wear wigs, to do the whole 9 yards, because it was like I was, in a way, when pretending to be someone else, actively, truly being able to express myself, which is incredible. Like, it was the greatest time of my life and the greatest time of my development. And then number 3. I love my parents. I want to say that right now. I love them. They're great parents. They're extraordinary people. But also, they named me Logan and told me my entire life, no matter what I was doing, that yes, you are a pretty person, but don't lead on that. And so I would actively repress myself by dressing plainer around them. But also, on another thing, my parents are ridiculously attractive. Like, they act as if they're not. Like, they really are coming at me with this whole, I'm educated and I'm successful because I work hard. And yes, they do work hard. They're very hardworking people. But to pretend as if their charisma and ridiculously good looks weren't in any way an attribute to them becoming successful is just naive. My mom was in pageants. My parents have never had acne. My parents both have amazing teeth. And yes, I have an amazing smile and I do love my smile, but I also have a weak enamel. Where did I get that from? I can't eat strawberries without rinsing my mouth with the mouthwash. It doesn't taste like mint. Another thing I just want to rant about right now, I can't see. I had to wear glasses for a long time, which also made me feel weird about my appearance. Both my parents have perfect vision. My parents have just now started wearing glasses. My dad, because he's gotten a little older and so he has to wear glasses at night. Where did my blind come from? Why am I blind? It took me so long to be comfortable with putting contacts in my eyes because I don't like touching my eyes directly with my fingers, and honestly I had to relearn how to do it with having long nails. How is it that I am blind and both my parents can see? Explain that to me, genetics. Explain that to me. So this whole idea with my mom just wearing deep cut shirts just to bounce in, dad just to flex and go into the gym every day. Come on, you know you're a you know that part of you being successful is because of your looks, right? You have to know that. There's no way you don't know that. Your charisma and your good looks helped you get to where you are. Yes, having an MBA, both of you, having amazing grades, both of you, did help. But you're probably gonna be successful no matter what because people like being around you and they like being around you because you're charismatic and pretty. So them constantly telling me, focus on your skills, focus on being smart, study is obviously something that all parents should tell their children because yes, you should be smart, you should try hard, you should study. But when I started first trying to lean into being a modeling, because like I did model for a while, very briefly, commercial, very briefly commercial, very, very briefly. They were like against it completely, and it's not like I was only going to model, like I was in school, like I was doing school at the same time. I was doing cosplay and going to school. I'm still currently doing school. Like I've never not had a disvalue, or I never devalued my education while doing that other stuff. I just think that I should be able to do both things. I shouldn't have to pick smart or pretty. I could be smart and pretty. And this idea that I can't be is internally misogynistic. So I'm just gonna wear it. I'm just gonna wear my pink. I'm just going to live within my, or reclaim femininity within myself because I am, in all essence, a very girly girl. Like, I love dresses, I love skirts, I love heels. I think I wore heels every day in high school. Even if I was like wearing jeans, I would wear heels because I like the way it click-clacked against the pavement, honestly. And it made me look better. Like it repositioned my body in a way. It gave me so much more, what am I thinking of? Posture. It gave me better posture. It made me walk in a straight line much better. I was like somehow less clumsy in heels than I am in flats. I think in a 2-inch heel, because I have high arches, are more comfortable than flats. Flats all day kill my feet. They make my feet hurt really bad because I have high arches in my feet. And I just like the way they look. I love shoes. Oh, just if you want to see what shoes I'm wearing right now. These are my shoes. They are Steve Madden's. They have this beautiful rhinestone around the top. They do have that weird ankle thing. Next week I will show you a hack for that so they don't fall down. I don't know if they're still on sale, but if they are, I will link them in the doobly-doo down below, as well as my dress. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but I got my hair highlighted. I will show you clips of me getting my hair highlighted. It is the color, I got highlights with the color Honey. At first, I did have like a mild panic attack when I got it because I haven't dyed my hair in this way before. And so I was like, ooh, it's light. But right now, and as when I woke up this morning, it looks incredible, especially with my hair curled, because you can actually see the curls. Anyone with dark hair, you know what I'm talking about. When you curl your hair, and sometimes you can't even tell you curled it in photos because like it doesn't give you any dimension. This, you can easily tell my hair is curled and you can see the patterns of the curls and everything. It looks great. But that I think is literally it for this video. Comment down below if you are in the same boat as me and like realizing all these things at the same time I am. And also, if you are ever inclined to like and share, I would gladly appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming.